You are watching William Patterson University Television.
I'm gonna fight you.
We fight.
You thought this was gonna be a street fight?
I'm bringing the fight to them!
And here we go.
Let them fight.
Sometimes one victory is just not enough. Tonight, we go Space Magic versus British Magic as former champion Star Wars takes on reigning champion Harry Potter. Can a broomstick complete the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs? We're about to find out. Players, if you don't know the rules already, let me reiterate them. We're each going to have a 1-minute opening statement. And then we will have 3 1-minute rounds. Also, at any point while the other team is speaking, you can use one of your 3 buzzers to cut them off and take over control of the round. Does everyone understand? You cannot interrupt during the opening statements. Got it? Teams, we ready? Cheers. Okay. Because you are the newest players to this game, I will go with Matt Camera and Bruce. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Closest person gets to go first. Bruce, what is your guess?
6. 5.
It is Bruce. My number was 7. Star Wars, you have the opening statement. 1 minute on the clock. Go.
In the late 1970s, George Lucas created a story from just, from a simple farm boy who goes on this adventure in space, creating one of from starting from there, creates this great franchise known as Star Wars from 1970s to now, and now we have these new generations of fans coming up from stories. I'm sorry, I can't.
They go on and on. It's a war in the sky. We have everything. We have lightsabers. We have Darth Mauls. We have General Grievous's. We have decapitations. We have heartbreak. We have triumph. We have everything that you would want in a movie.
You guys keep going. You got a minute. Go for it. Keep laying it on.
We have the video games.
10 seconds.
We have the video games, the animated series.
A large community.
Ooh, and that is it for your opening statement. Harry Potter, 1 minute on the clock. Go.
Want to take this?
Okay, so Harry Potter is definitely the #1 franchise to billions of fans all over the world because it brings people together. Potter has taught us that even though life isn't always fair, it keeps you have to keep fighting. You have to know that love conquers all. It has taught us to be selfless, more accepting of others. It gives us all a sense of hope. Harry Potter started off with books. J.K. Rowling came up with this story just out of the blue, out of nowhere, just completely from her mind. She has all of this, so much detail. She has ended up selling, the Potter books have ended up selling over 500 million copies worldwide, 67 languages. The Harry Potter brand is definitely worth over $30 billion. The films are a huge success. We are taken through this journey from over 10 years, starting in 1997 with the books, and now we have this huge fan base, this huge community. We have definitely, our films are so much more.
And it's over. There's your opening statement. Please contain your rage.
No.
Please do that for us.
Okay, so the first round is the story. So we're going to argue about whose franchise has the better storyline. Star Wars, you have the first take because they were the last ones to go, so you were the first ones up for the first round. Story, 1 minute on the clock, begin.
We start with Luke Skywalker out on there on his farm, and he goes through all this triumph. And guess what? He figure out that the guy that's trying to kill him is his father. How would you feel about that? The guy that cuts your hand off is about to kill you is your father.
But it's not just even that. It's the emotion that goes through with the one fight scene in episode, I believe it is 5. Episode 5, yes. Empire Strikes Back. And that was I think was one of the great fight scenes I've ever seen with lightsaber dueling, because it creates this emotion, and the big reveal says, no, I am your father. It's not Luke, I'm your father. But yeah.
Yeah, even that. You start from, bore me, Caitlin. You start from 4 to 6, then you go to 1 to 3. What franchise is doing that? Please enlighten me, because I know your story couldn't do it. Your story couldn't start from behind and go forward. I know that's a fact, too. Star Wars is better and we know it.
Okay, wrong.
And it's over. There goes that round.
Oh wait, I wasn't
Harry,
allowed to talk. Oh,
you hit the buzz.
sorry. I messed
Caitlin
up.
forgot the rules.
I forgot the rules. It's okay.
Next round 2 is character development. Since the Harry Potter never technically buzzed in, everyone still has 3 buzzers, and Harry Potter starts around on character development.
Okay.
Harry Potter, better character development, go.
Okay, for character development, we literally start with our characters at 11 years old, and we are carried through this whole journey because oh my God, why can't I talk? So we start off, let's have an example. We'll start with an example. Neville Longbottom. He starts off as this really like sad, almost pathetic character, and by the end of
Star Wars.
Anakin was a pathetic character. He had nothing. He was poor. His mother was dirt poor. She was a sex slave. The Jedis basically abducted him. They made him theirs. In his character development, he was a good guy.
Harry Potter.
Cry me a river. Harry Potter lived under the stairs with an abusive uncle and a family that hated him. The only thing...
Star Wars.
Guess what? Anakin saw his mother die in front of him, and he had to kill the people that did it to him.
And
Harry Potter.
saw his parents die in front of him, and he became a Horcrux because of it. So first, oh my God, keep talking, please.
Keep talking?
Yes, I don't know.
All right, well, character arcs, Severus Snape.
And you're over. Severus Snape, evidently. Whatever that
I
means.
don't know why I can't talk.
All right. So we'll go to our last round. Harry Potter, you ended the last round. You both have 1 buzzer still left on the board for you guys. Star Wars, you will start this round. Villains. Go.
With the villains, Darth Vader is like the most well-developed villain, considering that he started off as supposed to be the Jedi and supposed to be the chosen one.
Okay, no.
Harry
just
Potter.
no. First of all, Darth Vader is just a deadbeat dad. He can just go away.
Can't even
okay?
move his neck. Like, come on.
Harry Potter.
Star Wars.
Decapitate all your favorite people from Harry Potter. So, what are you going to do about that? His character development was awesome. You can't do anything about it.
And he was the perfect villain. If you haven't noticed, in the comics and every lore about him, he is like
Okay, but we have the
merciless.
blue dark board.
You don't have the button. And like especially in Rogue One, if you've ever seen that, Rogue One, that hallway scene just proves how merciless he is.
You can keep going. You got
What
all
are you
the
going
time
to
in
do?
the world.
What are you going to do when he comes to you like this? He's going to cut it, decapitate your hand off. Easy.
Stick.
He is a force to be reckoned with.
Ooh. Then we have Dooku. We have Dark Sidious. He played as the good guy for the longest. Then he was the Grandmaster villain.
He fought with his mind. He never used much of his
He
strength.
destroyed the whole Jedi Order.
Done. Star Wars, you've had your piece to say. Unfortunately, Harry Potter, that was a rough round for you. Not being able to talk. Well, before this goes over even more poorly than it already has, and you guys start to hate each other even more than you already have, I'm going to get in my X-Wing and go home. That is it for this week's episode of Press Start. If you want more Press Start, follow us on social media at Press Start WP and subscribe right here on YouTube. Thank you to all the cast and crew here at Press Start and WP TV. We will see you next week right here on Press Start.
Avada Kedavra,
Okay, woo.